Welcome to my channel. I'm Car Things, and today we about to customize this Mercedes. When I started doing this, I only realized later that my knife was very dull. So this is why you can see it's taking me forever to open this package, but never mind that. Look at this beauty. We're about to turn this into something perfect. Montage. Alright, let's get this car customized. There's a few things I will tell you about this build. It was very fun, but there were some problems I ran into. Specifically with clear coating and me dropping the car when it was clear coated. So more on that a little bit later. Let's get into this car. I have fully stripped off the clear coat and sanded down. Now I'm gonna get some plastic sheets and make some lips for this car. It's kind of gonna be like a body kit, I guess. So I'm gonna trace it out and then cut it out. Trace it, then cut it. So I use some scissors here, we cut it, and then I super glue. Perfect. Then I realized I needed to cut down this bumper because in the original Need for Speed model, that bumper is not there. So I cut it off and continued with my body kit building. Once I got everything glued in, we sanded down to shape and size, and it looks beautiful. Once we've completed all that, we are gonna move over to the wheels. Get rid of the ugly wheels. Sand down the base so the car can sit down nice and low, because most of the cars that I make, I like to make them sit very low to the ground, and the stance is very nice. Whoops. Don't mind that. We're going to continue moving on with our custom. Here's an axle. I'm just checking to see, and then I realized that I need to shave down the fender, so I do that, and then continue with my axles. These are the wheels I'm going to use. Here are the axles. There are little indications here where you put the super glue so the axle can be glued in and then the wheel can roll. So here you can see that I'm putting some glue there. Once you've glued everything in, you check to see if it rolls, and it does roll. Side note, the wheels that I'm using here, I actually ended up changing the front wheels specifically because they were too big compared to the rear wheels, and the car was sitting a little bit higher, so I ended up just replacing that. This, I'm just adding the exhaust tips. So I shaved down on both sides, added the exhaust tips, and that's what it looks like. And here are the new wheels in the front. I had to change them, but it looks nice and it rolls very smooth. Here are some roll tests I have with the car. Very, very smooth. I was impressed. And now we're moving over to the paint. I have painted it black. Now I'm gonna use some masking tape and cut a little bit, like a little thin sheet of masking tape, and then tape it perfectly, and then add all the rest of the masking tape. I do that because it keeps the line very straight, as you can see here. So then we paint it white, give that half and half look. These are some decals and a decal softener that I'm gonna be using. The decals are from Wammylen.Art, and I will put her link down in the description so you can check out her Etsy store and get your own decals. They are some of my favorite decals, very high quality. I really recommend you guys check them out. Here we're doing all of the details for the front of the car. I looked online for reference. Again, for most of all the builds that I do, I look online for reference, so then I know how it looks or what I should add or what I shouldn't add. Sometimes I add my own creative twist to it, but usually I'll try to make it look as best as I possibly can to the original model. Sometimes it's hard because you may not have certain supplies, stickers, or whatever the case is, decals. So here I'm just adding some little black details to the windows. Then we are adding all the decals. I use the decal softener first on the car, and then I add the decals so it will apply much better and then adhere better to certain surfaces that may be uneven. So we're just adding all the fine details, as I probably already said. But I said it again anyways, because I'm not talking about. Alright. It's looking good. It's looking very good. I like the color and everything. And so we are gonna do the interior now. Remove the old seat and make some custom seats for it. These decals that I'm going to be using for the interior and for the seats are from Sakuramodel, and I will also throw them in the description down below so you can check out their store. And if you wanted to buy anything from them, if you spend $75 or more, you can use my code CARTHINGS and get 10% off your order. So I recommend you check them out. They have a lot of cool stuff for your builds, and all the interior stuff that I use for like the little decals. You'll see me adding some magazines. Here you see me adding a gun. All of these will come with those decal packs, and they're pretty cheap. So I recommend you take a look at them and get some. So here's the fully complete interior. So now we're going to talk about the worst part of it all. Me dropping the car when I was trying to clear coat it. So this is what it looks like. You see all these imperfections? This sucks. And I wanted to redo everything, but I didn't have any more decals. So I had to do with what I had. So this is what it looks like. It kind of turned a little bit more yellowish because I had to put a lot of clear coat to save it. It's not perfect, but it will do. I'm a little disappointed, but at the end, it's the idea that I wanted to execute, so this is what it looks like. Thanks for watching and sticking around. If you got to the end, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.